A lamp lighting ceremony. A round of applause as we light the ceremonial lamp.
Dignitaries on the dais, respected Vice Chair of UNGGIM Asia Pacific, Dr. Victor Khoo, Vice Chair and Director of Singapore Land Agency, Co-Chair and Surveyor General of India, Shri S.K. Sinha ji, Excellencies, distinguished delegates from across the Asia Pacific region, colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar and a very good morning to all of you. It is a privilege to be present here today at this very important technical session on geospatial technology. Let me start by welcoming all our international guests and friends from across Asia Pacific region. Friends, your presence here reflects the growing importance and growing global recognition of the importance of robust geospatial ecosystem and the value of collaborative engagement in shaping the future of spatial data governance. Friends, today, geospatial information is no longer merely a technical layer supporting decision making, but it is increasingly becoming core infrastructure of the governance itself. And I can say this from my experience of serving as CEO of Greater Noida, a township very near to this place, as part of the National Capital Region, where I was fondly telling Dr. Victor Khoo that when I joined there, I tried to use these techniques as CEO of the city, and I learned from many countries, including from Singapore. Friends, across sectors, whether climate resilience, agriculture, urban development, infrastructure planning, disaster response, accurate and interoperable geospatial systems are enabling governments to move from a reactive administrative system to anticipatory governance. India strongly values the role of United Nations Committee of Experts on Global Geospatial Information Management, UNGGIP, and its Asia Pacific chapter in shaping global norms, frameworks, and cooperation in this domain. The National Geospatial Policy 2022 marks an important milestone in India's journey towards building an open, interoperable, and innovation-driven geospatial ecosystem aligned with international best practices and also UNGGIM framework. India deeply values its partnership with member countries of the Asia Pacific region and look forward to working closely with UNGGIMP Asia Pacific under its current regional leadership to further strengthen interoperable, inclusive and future-ready geospatial ecosystems across the region. From the perspective of my Department of Land Resources, geospatial infrastructure is especially critical because we know land is one of the fundamental economic assets, and land governance is only as strong as the spatial foundation on which it rests. Secure land tenure, transparent transactions, climate response planning, and efficient infrastructure development all depend on reliable spatial referencing system. This is precisely why modernizing land governance requires not only digitization but also geodetic accuracy, interoperability, and institutional coordination. I would like to share some of our experiences, what we are doing in the Department of Land Resources. Over the past decade, India has undertaken one of the world's largest land information modernization initiative, popularly known as DIL-RMP, Digital India Land Records Modernization Program. The program has focused on modernization of land records, integration of textual and spatial databases, modernization of survey infrastructure, one of the very important components, and geospatial integration of land information systems. Friends, we are now moving towards the next stage of transformation, where land information systems evolve from just digital records to integrated land intelligence platforms. This includes work towards interoperability across departments, standardized spatial reference frameworks, API-based land information exchange, development of a national land stack architecture. These efforts align closely with the objectives being discussed in today's session and probably in yesterday's session also. I would also like to mention two special, very important initiatives which are sort of counterpart, Raksha for the urban areas and Swamita for the rural areas, which have demonstrated the use of aerial survey techniques, including drone-based high-resolution mapping, advanced geospatial platforms, etc., to map urban and rural habitations areas and support the issuance of property ownership records to citizens. And this is very important, especially from rural areas point of view of India, because I have worked in fields for 20 years of my service, and our rural brothers don't have ownership cards for their rural habitations. Friends, I would like to share the emerging concept of land stock, which represents a transformative step towards a land governance in India. You can visualize this emerging as the next layer of our digital public infrastructure. I have earlier worked in world famous Aadhaar project. So this becomes the next stack after the Aadhaar or identity stack, after the UPI or the payment stack, and also the agriculture stack. So land stack will become a very important part of India's tech story. Land stack is not merely a database, but an integrated GIS-based digital platform that brings together diverse land-related databases into unified layered ecosystem, offering a coordinated view of land-related information across sectors. The land stack enables seamless interoperability across departments while preserving the institutional ownership of datasets. It is expected to strengthen land tenure systems and service delivery, support movement towards more reliable and conclusive land titling frameworks, and in the longer term, which is very dear to my heart, enable exploration of secure digital parcel identification and tokenization-based approaches to land transaction. Of course, subject to appropriate legal and institution evolution. While considerable progress has been made in India, but challenges remain, particularly in harmonizing legacy datasets. You know, India is like so many languages, so many datasets, there are so many traditions, customs, improving spatial accuracy and strengthening institutional capacity at the grassroots levels. However, with continued collaboration between central and state governments, technical institutions, and international partners like this one, India looks forward not only to learning from the global best practices, but also to contribute actively to shared regional solutions in interoperable and citizen-centric land governance systems. Friends, India's experience shows that building a national geospatial ecosystem requires three parallel efforts. First one, strengthening geodetic and survey infrastructure. Second, modernizing institutional framework for land governance. Third, enabling innovation through open geospatial policies. India's national geospatial policy has created a strong enabling environment for participation from academia, startups, private sectors, and state governments. We increasingly see geospatial innovations emerging not only from national agencies, but from a broader ecosystem of contributors. The Asia-Pacific region represents one of the most dynamic geospatial cooperation platforms globally. Our countries share several common priorities: disaster resilience, climate adaptation, coastal vulnerabilities, urban expansion, agriculture sustainability, strengthening land tenure systems, to name a few. Platforms such as UNGGIM, Asia Pacific help ensure that our responses to these shared challenges are coordinated, interoperable, and future ready. India looks forward to strengthening collaboration with partners across the region in capacity development, data standards development and harmonization, geodetic strengthening, modernization of land administration systems. Let me conclude by once again congratulating Survey of India for organizing this very important expert technical section and for their leadership role in advancing geospatial excellence in this region. I am confident that today's discussion across themes ranging from geodetic foundations to geospatial intelligence will contribute meaningfully to build a more integrated and interoperable spatial futures for our region. I wish the expert technical session a great success, and I am very hopeful that my international friends could take some time to visit Delhi and nearby places also. Thank you. Jai Hind.